Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is December 24, 2021. Let's look at top stocks with a heavy short ratio. With that, I wish you all happy holidays and Merry Christmas. And also please subscribe. So let's do a quick market update. Look at the stocks with a heavy short ratio. Look at stocks with a positive gross margin and low RSI. And let's also look at better way to grow your portfolio by looking at the stocks with a positive gross margin, sales growth, as well as low RSI. So low RSI means these stocks are sold off and go higher, and fundamentally strong companies with the positive gross margin and sales growth. And let's look at better way to grow your portfolio safely here. These stocks have got positive sales growth and positive gross margin and low RSI, and more importantly low valuation. And finally, let's look at when the short ratio meets TTM squeeze, these stocks have to move, they have to move fast. So with that, let's jump in here and get started. As you look through here, we got a lot of these flights cancelled from United Airlines and Delta. And as you look through these stocks here, they go up and down nicely. I think these are good trading opportunities or swing trading opportunities. I'll be looking at United Airline, Delta, Royal Caribbean, also other cruise liners like Norwegian and Carnival to look at some swing trading opportunities here. And then we got your S&P 500. They closed at the record here. Nice 3-day rebound. We are at the top right now. We got to be careful. And we got Chinese stocks here. They've been very bad of late here. Lot of stocks coming down drastically. Looks like we have about $6 billion cut in the Chinese stocks here, which is just getting started. We got to be careful investing in the Chinese names. Go after better candidates. Don't go after low quality type stocks here. And Mexican economy stumbles. We got to watch that carefully. And we have Russian court find Meta platforms or Facebook. We got to watch this also carefully. Facebook is a good buy to buy this on any pullback. And then you got here Netherlands. They are warning Apple here. Looks like Apple broke a competition loss in their Apple store here. And finally, we got Crocs. Crocs reports a purchase of Hey Dude for 2.5 billion. Stock came tumbling down. It could be a great opportunity to buy some Crocs and go from there. So with that, let's jump in here and look at a quick market update from Thinkorswim. So let's go into the Thinkorswim platform. As you can see here, this is a 10-day, 2-hour chart. Just 10 days. I want to focus on the short term to begin with. Then we'll go into long term. As you see here, stock market came tumbling down. And this is around 12:15, as you can see here. Then went higher, came tumbling down because of Omicron virus fears, and started going higher, went higher, and now we are all the way at the top here. At these levels, I will be a little bit careful to buy Dow Jones Industrial Average or any of the stocks that are high. I would wait for a nice pullback to buy. One more thing to notice here, look how the volume is kind of dropping down. So this tells you right now, because of the holiday season, volume is drying up. As the volume dries up and the stock market goes higher, you got to be careful and be don't buy at the top. Wait for a little pullback. And as you look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, a longer term chart, 1 year, 1 day. Looks like we're almost at the top here. That's why you got to be careful. And volume is drying up, as you can see here, because of the holidays. That's why don't buy at the top here. Let the market settle down. As it comes down, you can buy here. Typically, not a good idea to buy when the volume dries up and the market goes higher. And as you look through here, S&P 500, same story here. We had a nice rally, and it's also at an all-time high here. So we have to be careful here not to buy. And same pattern, volume is drying up, and volume is drying up because it's a holiday season here, and stock market is going higher. So not a good idea to buy here. Instead, wait for a pullback. And similar trend in Nasdaq as well as Russell. As you can see here, Russell is still down from a 1 year perspective, still has more ways to go here, but nice pullback even in Russell as you can see here. So with that, don't buy the stock at the top. Always wait for a nice pullback. That will always be very good. And I love these type of opportunity here when the stock market does this. If you're into options market or even futures market, you can buy the dips here and have a nice swing trading opportunity. Typically these are very good opportunities for you to really earn some money. As you hold some long-term stocks, these short-term gyrations will give you a nice opportunity for swing trading, and that can provide you some enough capital required to buy some long-term stocks. So that's how I look at it. Typically all these opportunities are nice swing trading opportunities. You could buy your favorite long-term stocks with this swing trading money and take it from there. So what we'll do is we'll look at few stocks in a little more detail. Let's go to a smaller chart here and go from there. All right, so first one is Blink. Blink, as you all know, is into EV charging. As you see here, Blink, after going down for a while, it's slowly making its way higher. So as you see here, even the RSI, relative strength index, is trying to go higher. Tells you momentum is on Blink side here. So that's why it's a good opportunity here. And look here, RSI, sorry, IV percentile is very low here, just 18. That tells you if you're a long-term options buyer, call option buyer, you could buy some long-term call options given IV percentile is very low here. And as you look through here, one of my favorite indicator is a DMI. It's a directional movement index or indicator. As you look here, DMI indicates the blue line wants to go higher, the red line wants to come lower. That tells you at this time it's bullish. I can see this crossing over pretty soon. That's why I like to buy Blink at these levels here, given it's trying to turn positive from a DMI perspective. And then you got your volume average. It's on the balance volume. When on the balance volume goes higher, that tells you there are more buyers than sellers, even though as you can see here the volume itself is not huge right now, but there are more buyers than sellers. And finally we got check in money flow. That's telling you what is the smart money doing right now. So check in money flow wants to go higher. That tells you smart money is buying Blink at these levels. That's also a good indication here. So with that, I would say you can slowly buy some Blink, take advantage of this high short ratio type situation here, and hold it for a while. And next we'll look at one more here. Also one of my favorite, which is a beaten down stock. It's a C3AI, Tom Siebel's company. Stock had done nothing for a while as you can, but going down as you can see here. And finally, as you see here, RSI is trying to go higher. That tells you momentum is picking up in the stock here. And as you see here, RSI's IV percentile is still very low here. You could buy some long-term call option or even buy the stock outright. You'll do well as this rebounds nicely. And look here, this also turned bullish from a DMI perspective. That tells you, because the blue line wants to go higher, red line wants to go lower. That tells you momentum is on C3AI side. You could buy some C3AI at these levels here. And look, on the balance volume is going higher. That tells you more buyers than sellers. And check in money flow is going higher. Tells you smart money is going into the stock right now. That's why it's a good buy at these levels here. And we look at two or three more here. One of my favorite is the RIOT blockchain, RIOT. As you look here, RIOT blockchain is trying to make its way higher slowly. It also has a high short ratio. Look, as you look through here, momentum is increasing. RSI wants to go higher here. And look, the same situation here. The blue line wants to go higher. Red line wants to come down. That tells you this also can have a bullish crossover pretty soon. And look, we got on the balance volume is also trying to go higher. Tells you more buyers than sellers, as well as check-in money flow, which wants to go higher. That also tells you smart money is flowing into RIOT blockchain right now. And let's look at two more here. One of my favorite in the cyber security area is Sentinel. Similar situation here. Sentinel, after going down drastically here, trying to improve here, consolidate and go higher. and RSI is increasing. As you can see here, that tells you momentum is picking up here. And DMI indicator, which is one of my favorite here. Look, DMI is trying to improve here. The blue line wants to go higher, red line wants to come lower. That tells you soon this can be a bullish crossover where blue line crosses over red line. And as you look through here, both on the balance volume as well as check-in money flow, especially check-in money flow tells you smart money is flowing into the stock here. And sprint the sentinel one here right now, IV percentile is 61. I say, don't buy call option right now. You'll pay too much money because premium is too high. But instead, if you can sell the put option under the stock price and make some good money, given there is a very high IV percentile right now. And last one we look at is DDD, which is a 3D systems. As you all probably know, 3D printing stock here. Look, similar trend here. Stock came down here trying to consolidate. RSI is trying to pick up here, indicating momentum is coming back to the stock here. And from a DMI perspective, I can also see a crossover here, a blue line crossing over red line soon. It's a positive here. On the balance volume is nice and high here, more buyers than sellers. And check-in money flow is going higher. That tells you smart money is buying into DDD here. With that, coast is clear for DDD. You could initiate a small position and accumulate as you go forward. So with that, let's jump in here to our PowerPoint and let's do a quick sector and trend analysis. As you look through from a sector analysis perspective, look, we got S&P 500. Right now it's at the record high, as you can see here, just 0.6% from all-time high. So I say, be careful here. Don't buy at the top. Instead, wait for a nice pullback and then buy. And also, as you look through here, look, we got here volume, which is dried up, as you can see here. Normally with the S&P 500, volume is nicely around at least around say 80 90 million or even higher. I have seen 120 million also. Right now volume is dried up and S&P 500 has gone higher nicely. Look, 5-day 1.2, 10-day 1.3, 1 month also high. I say, don't buy at the top here. Wait for a pullback, especially given it's almost at the all-time high here, just 0.6% down from all-time high. And as you look through here, QQQ, same story, almost at the top here. Volume also dried up, as you can see here. Emerging markets are struggling a little bit, as you can see here, down in 1 month time frame, also down in 3 month and 6 months. So I say, you can pick some of these up, but don't expect a huge return in the emerging market stocks here, given they've not done as well as S&P 500 or QQQ. And then you got IWM here, IWM Russell 2000. It's down for the month, as you can see here, and also it's a little bit lower in from 52-week high here. There are great opportunities in IWM or Russell 2000. And finally, Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's almost at the top here. I say, don't buy at the top here. Instead, wait for a pullback and go from there. And what we'll do is we'll look at a few more here and go from there. As you look through, let's look at financials. Financials, as you can see here, a little bit weak in 5-day, 1.2% down here, and also down in 1 month. There are some great buying opportunities in financials, especially fintech world. There are good buying opportunities. I think we should take advantage of this pullback in financials and buy some great stocks. And then you got energy here. Energy is down in 10 days, as you can see here, and also energy is down 7.6%. As you all know, oil and energy, you got to be careful. They can be good swing trading opportunity, but long term fossil fuel is going down and renewables are going higher. That's the long term trend. So you can make some short term money with XLE and oil and energy, but long term, buy some beaten down solar stocks that will serve you very nicely. Interest rates, as you can see, are going higher. If you're refinancing, your mortgage rates might go higher. Be careful. With that, TLT or bonds are going down. So interest rates going high can be a little bit tricky situation for stock market. We'll keep a close watch as usual. And utilities are going down, as you can see here. Typically interest rates go higher, means utilities come down. That's the normal tendency here. When folks are getting good money from US Treasury, they will normally go there, given it's a safer investment versus utilities. That's what is going on here. And finally, we got Bitcoin here. As you can see, Bitcoin down for the month, but done nicely in 1 day, 5 day, 10 day. At these levels, I would not be, I'll be a little bit careful in Bitcoin names here. I'll be selective. Instead of buying this Bitcoin trust here, I would probably buy some selective stocks here like Marathon, BT, and RIOT blockchain selectively on the pullback days and go from there. And normally time to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum was last week when there was a lot of bad news in the market. Right now I would wait for a little more pullback. You'll surely get the pullback and then pull the plug. All right, let's look at a few more here. And now we look at steady eddy consumer staples type names here. We call these as a safety type ETFs here. When the market is uncertain, money will flow into XLP or consumer staples. You got to buy some of your favorite consumer staples like toothpaste and shampoo and whatnot. That's why consumer staples tend to go higher when market is in a risk mode here. As you can see here, consumer staple is not going higher as much as S&P 500. That's a good news here, because these safety ETFs are not in the driver's seat, which is always great news here. And then you got XLV, same story here. It's up, not too much. That's how we like it to be. And gold is also up slightly, not much. So that's why right now folks are putting money into risky assets like stock market, and they are not putting too much money into low risk or a safety assets like consumer staples, healthcare, and gold, as you can see here. And next we'll go into consumer discretionary, and these are risky ETFs, as you can see here. Typically when you see more price increase in risky assets, typically you'll see lower price increase in the non-risky assets. Look, we had nice 1.4% in consumer discretionary. Think about Amazon.com, Home Depot, Lowe's. They're all going high. Folks are putting money into those risky assets, as you can see here. And we got XLK, technology, and SMH, semiconductor, biotechnology, all doing nicely, as you can see here. Biotechnology still you can buy here. Look, 3 months it's still down here, and even for 1 year it's down 12%. You could still buy some great biotechnology stock here and go from there. And we look at a few more here, and go from there. We got here XLI Industrials. Industrials are up nicely here, 1.2%. That's a good increase here. And they're almost at the top here. They're just 3.5% down from 52-week high. And we got oil and gas here. I would not, I would be trading these, swing trading, but I would not invest for long term. Look, as you can see here, they're down nicely from 52-week high here. And even oil and gas, as you can see right now, they've done nicely. They have not done nicely for 10 year and 5 years, so that's why it's not a good long-term opportunity here. Not a long-term investment, but short-term you can buy and do some swing trading. And then you got your XLB material sector did nicely. Some of these infra bill can help the material sector, as you can think about. And then you got retail stocks doing nicely, nice 2.5% here, even though they're down in 1 month with all these Omicron fears. And then you got communications. Think about Facebook, Google, Snapchat. That's also up nicely. And metals, is up nicely. Think about gold, silver. It's up nicely. It's almost at the top here, 58. It's overbought at these levels. Good to wait for a pullback here. And then we got home builders. Home builders are struggling what to do here with interest rates going higher. Typically, you got to think a little bit about these home builders. That's where they're trying to see what direction to go. They've done nicely. As the home builders pulls back, you could buy home builders here. Right now, RSI is 52. Wait till RSI drops below 50 and buy your favorite home builders. Look at my video where I talk about these home builders like Leonard and Toll Brothers and so on and so forth. Pick up some of those names. They will do nicely. And now let's look at a few more things here. Look at stock news. From a stock news perspective here, American Eagle AEO down nicely here with all this earnings report and Omicron fears. You could buy some of these AEO into this downturn. Also a high short ratio. You could take advantage and buy the pull down a little bit. And then you got your Bill.com, Affirm, and GoodRx. Both Affirm as well as GoodRx, they got high short ratio here. You can buy these names into this pullback here. Given they got high short ratio, you can expect a nice short squeeze rally here. And then we got here one of my favorite stocks, C3AI or AI. It's again high short ratio here. Stock is trying to go higher at these levels. You could buy that. Even Lemonade has a high short ratio. I think even Palantir also has a high short ratio. I think all these names are good here. You could buy them into this weakness. And then you got here all the energy names are going down. Plug Power, Bloom Energy, Blink Charging, they all came down. And my favorite solar stocks are down. Enphase Energy, Solar Edge, they all came tumbling down. At these levels, I'm a buyer of these energy names here. They are trying to go higher slowly, but all of them got clobbered at these levels. I would be a buyer of these names here. And then you got GameStop here. Looks like GameStop is accepting Dogecoin and Shiba. I think that's a good news for GameStop. GameStop and AMC, they're good for the speculative investors, but not for long-term investors. You could make some good money with the swing trading in stocks like GameStop and AMC and few others. We'll look at those in a different segment and cover them in detail. And then you got Clean Spark here. Looks like they want to transform into a full-fledged Bitcoin miner. And I think it's a good story here. They also have this low energy type renewable energy solutions for Bitcoin miners. And finally, we got here two stocks to buy and hold for the next decade. Trade Desk and DOCN. I love both of these things. They're good. Both of these stocks are down. You could buy them at these levels here. And let's look at Doximity, one of my favorite stock here. Doximity gains as the market dips. At these levels, I'm a buyer of Doximity. They're like a LinkedIn for doctors and physicians, and they can share the information about the patient and collaborate and treat the patient better. And finally, all these lithium stocks, which is EV battery plays, they are all coming down nicely. I agree with the investor plays here. Lithium, which came down drastically, is a good buy here, along with LACS as well as ALB. I would be a buyer in these names here. So with that, let's jump in here and look at a few more. As you look through here, we got trend analysis. I will not belabor this. You can look through this in your leisure. What I will do is really look at the stocks and the ETFs which are down in 1 month time frame. Look, as you look through here, we got TAN or solar. Solar stocks are down 18% in 1 month. There's a great buying opportunity here. The stocks that we talked about earlier, Bloom Energy, Enphase Energy, Solar Edge, all are good here. You could buy them at these levels here and accumulate slowly. And look, lithium again, these battery stocks are down. You could buy them here. And as you look through here, we got blockchain, crypto cohorts are coming down, but they're up nicely in last 2 days. Still up here. Look, RSI is 38, one of the lowest here. I would be selectively buying some blockchain stocks here like BT, Riot Blockchain, Marathon, and so on and so forth. And finally, as you can look through here, we got clean energy down nicely. You could buy some of the favorite clean energy names here and go from there. So with that, let's jump in here. And also, I would say even social media here with all the Apple's privacy policies, social media down big time here. You could slowly buy some of your favorite stocks like Meta, Twitter, and Snapchat, Pinterest. All those names work. You could slowly buy them. I'm sure they will find a way to really go around this Apple's privacy policy and still make money in the long term. So with that, let's jump in here and look at a few more. So now we look at, we already looked at these charts. Let's jump in here and look at stocks with the heavy short ratio and volume greater than 1 million shares. As you look through here, all these stocks have high short ratio. Look at BFRI, 85% short ratio. It's having a nice short squeeze rally here. Up here, I will not be buying this one here. Given there's a nice rally, wait for this to pull back here. As you look through here, we got a few more names. Look, valuation is sky high. I would not touch those names here. I would rather go with the lower valuation names. As we look through, we got some lower valuation names like Lemonade here, just 9 valuation, which is not too bad. You could look for such names here. Also, as usual, what I've done is I've given you the cash position of these companies here, as well as total debt. Keep a watch on those. As an example, Blink Charging here, one of my favorite here. Look, they do have nice cash position. As you look through here, about $1.1 billion. Even though they do have, they have no debt, you could go after such candidates here with the low debt situation here, and go from there. They will serve you well. I would say that's actually Lemonade. Stocks like Lemonade with the lower high cash position will work here in this situation here. And the moment you see high debt, for example, look here, we got Nicola with the high debt situation here, and we got Right Aid with the high debt situation. Be a little careful. You might have some issue with these candidates given interest rates are going to go higher as we go forward. And then you got two more candidates with the higher cash positions here. RLX is a China play. I would not, venture into that. It's into tobacco. But I would look at the next one here, Fisker. Fisker has a nice cash cushion here, $1.4 billion cash. You could look at that one too. As usual, look at the stocks that are going higher in 1 day, 5 day, but not so higher. Like next ID here, it's gone up so much here. I would not venture into this one here. Instead, look at the stocks which are slowly going higher in 1 day, 5 day, and go after those candidates. We look at better candidates as you go forward. This is just a listing, so you can quickly look through. As you look through here, also look at the higher volume candidates here. Some of these stocks are high volume. Look, we got here one right here, View, which is a high volume as you can see here, but stock has gone higher in 1 day, 5 day. I would not venture. And then we got two more candidates here, Next Idea and Nicola. Both have gone nicely here. Short squeeze already in play. I would not jump in at these levels here. And let's jump in here and look at a few more. I will not look at this in detail, but look at the stocks with a nice insider buying, institution buying, like the one here, QLGN here. This had a nice short squeeze already. I would not venture in right now. And as usual, look at high debt candidates here, like AMC has a $10 billion debt on their balance sheet here and just $1.6 billion cash. If you're a swing trader, it's okay, but long term, understand this high debt level is going to bog down the company, but could be good for a short squeeze swing trading type opportunity here. So with that, let's jump in here and look at a few more candidates. This is again continuation, top stock with a high short ratio here. Keep watching what insiders are doing, like BZ here, nice institution buy. BLMN, nice insider buy. Keep a watch on those candidates here. And as you look through here, keep a watch on the cash position here. BZ has a nice cash position here, but stock is not doing anything. I would avoid these type of names here. They're not doing well in 1 day, 5 day, 10 days, 6 months. I want to see at least some green in the performance here. If there is no green at all, that tells you there is something wrong. I would shy away. On the other hand, if there is a high cash position here, and look at this one here, same story here, Sorrento. It has a 5 year 8%. This is actually right here. This is IQ here. IQ, as you can see, are down all along here. I would probably avoid such names here. It's a Chinese name again. And look at the stocks with the high volume here. The one right here, Virgin Galactic here, nice volume. This is also, as you can see, a nice short squeeze. I would not jump in here. I would this is actually KTTA here. I would wait for a little pullback here. I would not jump in at these levels here. So I would, this is one more list here. What we'll do is we'll progressively filter out some of these weaker links here and go after stronger ones. In this list, I like C3AI, which is a good one here. Stock is trying to go higher, as you can see here. That's a good stock to buy at these levels here. So with that, let's jump in here. And I also like stocks like Marathon, which is a good one. Bitcoin mining, Sunworks good is a low price stock here. You got to be careful with the low price stocks as usual. So with that, let's jump in here and look at the better way to grow your portfolio. This is where we got positive gross margin, low RSI, and volume greater than 1 million shares. Let's look at some of those candidates here. As you look through here, we got the list. As you see here, we got all these candidates. Keep watching the gross margin here. All nice gross margin, all positive gross margin. That's why I like this list better, because these stocks, these companies have a nice gross margin. And also, as usual, look at the cash position here. We got cash cows here. We got one here, right here, RLX. I would not go after that one here. We got one more here, Ollie's Bargain Outlets. Actually, next one here, BBBY. Bed Bath and Beyond also has a nice cash cushion here, about $1 billion in cash. And they also have a $3 billion in debt. That's not great. So with that, as usual, look at what institutions and insiders are doing here. Like Beyond Meat, looks like institutions are buying now, could be a good sign. And as you scan through, I would avoid RLX here, Chinese stock. But otherwise, look at some of these names here. Nice, institution buy. You could go after those candidates. And if the stock has made already a move like this year with the QLGN, I would avoid that because it's already had its short squeeze rally. Instead, go after candidates where there is not a huge upswing like the one you see here. So with that, next we look at a few more here and go from there. And in this list, my favorites are like stocks like Good RX here. Chewy also works. You could go after that one too here. BT, a good one here. Even though stock is trying to go higher in the short term, this can even go higher. Blink Charging is a good one. You could go after that one too. So let's look at a few more here and go from there. This is a continuation, still high short ratio, as you can see here, nice high short ratio. And look, we got AMC with the high debt load here. They also have some cash, good swing trading opportunity. You could buy at these levels given stock is down here. Understand it had a 17% upswing here. That's why good to wait for a little pullback here. And we got a few more as you look through here. Sunwork Solar, this also works. You could buy some Sunworks, take advantage. As you can see here, Sunworks has had a nice 350% performance in last 5 years. And as you scan through, we got a few more names. C3AI, good one. You could buy that one too. Spice, Virgin Galactic, you could buy that one as it's also a good one here. Riot Blockchain also works. Look, Inseego, after going down for a long time here, Inseego is a good one here. Just a $6 stock. You could buy some Inseego at these levels and go from there. And then you got a few more like Sunrun. Sunrun, $34 stock here. Trying to go higher. This got clobbered with all this news about solar stocks and California regulations. This one has got high debt load here. Given they're into solar, require a lot of capital. And Dick's Sporting Goods, you could buy that one also into this weakness here. Look, it's trying to go higher in 5 day. Could be a good one here. Dix also has a nice cash position here. I mean, sorry, $1.3 billion cash, and also a little bit higher debt, which is manageable here. All right, let's look at a few more. It's a continuation here. I like stocks like Sentinel, which is a good one here. Teledoc is trying to go higher now with all this COVID worries. The stock is going higher. At these levels, Teledoc could be a good one to buy slowly here. And then you got Dynavax, same story. With the COVID, it's also trying to go higher, as you can see here. Still low RSI. You could still buy at these levels here. And we got a few more as you can scan through here. Keep watching Livent. It came tumbling down. Could be a good one to buy Livent at these levels here. And as you scan through, we got Fastly, as you can see here, it's been down for a long time. I would, right now it's trying to make its way higher, as you can see here. I would be a little careful on the Fastly here. Don't buy too much, buy selectively and take it from there. And Jumia is a good one here. It's a South Africa e-commerce play. I would buy slowly into Jumia here. As you look through, this also has not done well in a long time. So you got to be a little careful. Don't put too much money, given there is no green sign at all here, all red, red, red. And we got a few more as you can see here. KLIC has been coming down for a while here. Nice performance in the long term. That could be a good opportunity to take advantage here, given the short ratio 12%, which is high. All right, so let's look at a few more here. This is the better way to grow your portfolio. In addition to positive sales growth and gross margin here, we're also going after low valuation. Price to sales ratio is below 25. So this is a good list here. So with that, this is a shorter list as you can see here. Look, all these names have got low RSI, high IV percentile, and valuation is also low. It's below 25. So you could go after this, short candidate here, and look at these ones here. Look, nice insider institution buy here in Beyond Meat and as well as BTBT, and nice buy here in QLGN. But QLGN I would wait, given there is a high increase already in last few days here. And as you look through here, good RX also works here, one of my favorite. Chewy, you could slowly buy into this one too. AMC is a good swing trading opportunity. It has already gone up 17%. I would rather wait for a little more pullback here. And then you got few more names as you can see here. We got Sunworks, Sun Power. It also, you can buy this one too, and few more. Riot Blockchain is one of my favorite, as you can see here. You could buy that one too here. So with that, let's jump in here and look at a few more candidates. Now we are looking at few more. As you can see here, we got Dick's Sporting Good. This also works. You could buy some Dick's Sporting Good, given it's trying to go slowly higher in 5 days. And we got few more names. Livent is a good one here. We talked about that already. Real, you could look at this one too. Beaten down second hand types play. It's trying to go higher, as you can see here. American Eagle also works here. It's down big time. You could buy into this one too. And we got a few more as you can see here. DDD, good one to buy here. Clean Spark also works. 8x8 used to be a great one last year with the COVID scare, came tumbling down as you can see here. It's also has a little higher debt ratio compared to what the cash position. Then we got Stitch Fix. Stitch Fix could be a good one here. Look, it's trying to go higher in the short term, and look, nice volume, and they got a lot of cash and not too much debt. That also works here. So with that, let's jump in here and look at one more list here. It's a continuation again. Same story, high short ratio, low valuation, volume greater than 1 million shares. Look at this one, this list also. You could go after stocks like, look here, we got Tilray. You could look at that one too. And Nvidia, one of my favorite, you could look at that one too. And I would avoid Chinese names like Huya as an example here. And Block is a good one here. Looks like Block paid a lot of money for the company they acquired. PaySafe, I think we got to be not PaySafe. They acquired a company. They paid a lot of money here. Afterpay. I would say at this time it could be okay to buy some Block and go from there. And we got a few more. You can look here. Bloom Energy is a good one at these levels here. You could buy into that one also. So with that, we got continuation here. This is the best way to grow your portfolio. In addition to sales growth positive, gross margin positive, we are also looking at low debt here. Going after stronger candidates here. So with that, let's jump in here. So this is a shorter list, as you can see here. All great companies here. You could go after these names. If you are not safe, avoid Chinese names like Tiger, GoTo, CD. You could go after some other names here and buy them into this weakness. As usual, look what insiders are doing, what institutions are doing. If they are buying a lot, that means stock might go higher. Like Clean Spark, I like that one. Stitch Fix also, it's a good one here. Nice insider buy here. And as usual, look at the volume and cash position. Sometimes there is a nice cash cushion in companies like United States Steel, even though they got high debt here, but it's a good one from a cash cushion perspective. And we got a few more like Lee Auto here, nice cash position here. And we got Billy, again, high cash position, and Pindiardia, Huya, all nice cash position. But be careful about these Chinese names like PDD, Huya, and go from there. So this is a better candidate here. You could go after these candidates. I like Riot Blockchain, Teledoc, even Tellurian is a good one here, and Livent too. So with that, now let's look at what happens when high short ratio meets TTM squeeze. These stocks have to go higher. They have to go higher quickly. So with that, this is a very short list here. I would say go after stronger candidates. Look, we got here Beyond Meat. There may be some pain in the short term, but long term it's a good story. You could buy into Beyond Meat into this weakness. Look, 5 days it's trying to go higher. But if you're a conservative investor, don't buy into Beyond Meat here, given they did not show any positive here, all red all along. So you could, if you're a conservative investor, avoid Beyond Meat. Whereas BT is a good trading vehicle here. You could buy into this BT because all these Bitcoins names have fallen off the cliff here. You could slowly buy into this one here. And they got Dynavax, could be a good one to buy here. Live and beaten down here. Real, again, a good one. Overstock and ASO, all of them work here, given they're trying to go higher in 1 day or 5 day. And they got a nice TTM squeeze indication in 1 day, 3 day, or 5 day, or a month here. So with that, we'll probably end here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.